35th Regional Conference of WIRC. And I recognize the presence of our President Atul Gupta sir, Vice President Jambusaria sir, Chairman Immediate Past President Prafulla Chhajed sir, Chairman WIRC Lalit Bajaj sir, Vice Chairman Vishal Joshi sir, Secretary Murtuza Kachwala, and Treasurer Anand Jakutia, and my Regional Council Member Arpit Kabra. So the theme for this year, for this regional conference is Evolve, Rise and Perform. So you all know that the only thing in the world is constant, is a change. And adopting the best practices, the changes, we have to evolve ourselves. And after evolving, we have to rise to reach a newer height. And ultimately, we have to perform to the best of our capacity. To keep this in mind, this entire regional conference has been structured. So today, we will start with the inaugural session, where we are going to have an opportunity to listen our Union Finance Minister Nitin Gadkari sir, our President Atul Gupta sir, Vice President Immediate Past President Prafulla sir. After that, we will have first technical session on technology enabler opportunity for chartered accountants. Nowadays, we are seeing that technology is playing a major role as far as anything is concerned. After that, today's second technical session and last session for today's is future of financial reporting, that we have a panel discussion on that. Tomorrow we will start 5 o'clock with a session on judgment and the service tax and excise as applicable to GST. Second session tomorrow is best practices evolved in carrying out investigation and forensic. And tomorrow the last session will be on panel discussion on insolvency and bankruptcy code. 26th, we will start again with a panel discussion, and panel discussion will be on CS from startup to everywhere. And then last session, the concluding session will be on recent issues in direct taxes, which will be taken by our past president, Ved Jain sir. This is the entire structuring of the program. So I will not take much of your time, and now I request Chairman WIRC, CA Lalit Bajaj, to give his introductory speech.
Thanks, Manish bhai. Respected Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Honorable Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises and Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, Pride of Maharashtra and India. Our President CA Atul Kumar Gupta, sheer hard worker, innovator and enabler for ICAI to move to next level. Our own Vice President CA Nihar Jambusaria ji, a kind-hearted person, man of words and meaning, and a guide to all of us. Immediate past President CA Prafulla Chhajed ji, influential, humble personality and an achiever and mentor to all of us. My dear friend and senior Shri Sailesh Gadia ji, office bearers Vishal Joshi, Murtuza Kachwala, Anand Jakotia, PD Committee Chairman Manish Gadia, Vice Chairman Preeti Savla, Technocrat Arpit Kabra, dignitaries of the dais, members, seniors and friends. On behalf of WIRC, I welcome all of you in this 35th Regional Conference, Evolve, Rise and Perform. At the outset, I am grateful to each one of you for accepting our invitation, at the same time participating in the conference in making this conference a successful event.
ऑनरेबल श्री नितिन गडकरी जी के ऑफिस से बोल रहा हूँ, आपको मेरा ऑडियो वीडियो क्लियर मिल रहा है? प्लीज कंफर्म कराइए। परफेक्ट है सर, एक 20 मिनट में ज्वाइन करेंगे। ओके, सॉरी।
I congratulate Honorable Minister for such a wonderful work in bringing India on growth trajectory. We will be enriched by presence of Shri Rajesh Sharma ji, Honorable Member NCLT, Shri Vidya Rajarao ji, Member of Technical Advisor Team, Shri Challa Srinivasulu Shetty, MD SBI, galaxy of past presidents, personalities, and experts from varied facets. I compliment Manish Gadia ji, Chairman PD Committee, Preeti Savla, Vice Chairman PD Committee, Arpit Kabra, who has supported on technical front, supported by all the regional council members, central council members, and coordinators. WIRC, along with its branches and study circles, have worked on e-publications, various CPE activities, various initiatives beneficial to members and students, and proactive representations concerning the issues of members and students to ICI and to various authorities. Sir, we at ICI are ensuring proper implementation of government schemes and policies, educating and creating awareness among business community and society, enabling universities, institutions, and students to excel in their endeavors, research on various aspects of economy and enriching newer ideas, enriching MSMEs and bringing them on growth trajectory, engaging into CSR activities, developing skill sets of generations to serve the economy, adopting digital technology and empowering our members to provide services with enriched efficiency. For this, I thank each and every member and each and every student of ICI for enabling us to function to our best, to the core of our ability. With this, I once again, with folded hands, welcome the dignitaries for the session and dignitaries for the whole 3 days program of 9 hours. And I welcome all the participants who have really participated and made us and enabled us to conduct the program in such a wonderful way. Thank you and welcome all of you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Now I request our Treasurer, CA Anand Jagotia, to kindly introduce our beloved immediate past President, Prafulla Chhajed, sir.
Thanks, Manish bhai. Respected dignitaries and respected participants, as we all know, Honorable Prafulla sir is the past president of ICI, and most important thing, during his tenure, various important initiatives and decisions numerous, which includes UDIN, portal, self-service portal SSP, digital learning hub, as well reduction of 30% fees for various certificate courses were implemented. Sir has been serving ICI for almost 20 years, starting his journey as WIRC member, then WIRC chairman, and as CCM for last 8 years. Sir is also global chairman of Executive Committee of World Congress of Accountants 2022, constituted by International Federation of Accountants (IFAC). World Congress of Accountants is the most prestigious event of IFAC. Sir is also elected as board member of CAPA. Sir has served on various national and international organizations such as CAPA, IFAC SMP Committee, CA Worldwide, Integrated Reporting Council, etc. Prafulla sir is also director in ICI Accounting Research Foundation, as well director Indian Institute of Insolvency Professionals of ICI, as well director ICI Registered Valuers Organization, and director XBRL India. It's an honor to introduce Prafulla sir. Thank you. Manish bhai.
I request Prafulla sir to guide us.
Thank you so much, our respected President Atul Bhai, respected Vice President, our own person from our Western region, Nihar Bhai, the Chairman of the Western India Regional Council, one of the biggest region of the ICI, dear friend Lalit and his entire team, Vishal, Murtuza, Anand, Manish, Priti, Arpit, and also our dear friend Shailesh Bhai Gedia, who has been, kind enough to join us in this particular session also. Dear friends, I'm really happy to be with all of you this particular evening. And the regional conference is one event that all of us are eagerly waiting so that we can see each other and all those things. But now, unfortunately, this 2020 year has been a different year, difficult year, and a challenging year. But technology has come, and thanks to the leadership at the national level, our honorable president, vice president, and also at the regional level, the WIRC chairman, the entire team, that they have used this particular technology and ensured that knowledge dissemination happens properly. I witnessed the DTRC where about 3,000 members from the Western India Regional Council attended. Now this particular event also, I am told 2,000 plus members are attending. That shows the commitment of the membership of the ICI, and we are really proud as the member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Friends, as I was mentioning, this year has been a very difficult and challenging year. But all the chartered accountants, apart from their, completing their routine compliance work, but also help the various businesses, especially the small businesses from MSME sector, for rebuilding their capacity, informing them about various government initiatives, special schemes. Those were offered by the banks, etc. And this entire our ecosystem, regional councils, branches, chapters, everybody has contributed immensely. Of course, supported at the national level by various committees. Friends, as now for last about 9-10 months, we have adopted this concept of working from home or from remote location. I sincerely request all of you to build your practices in such a manner to use various tools so that the quality is not compromised. The initial few months, okay, yes, we were not prepared ourselves, but now as going forward, in times to come also, this particular thing is going to remain because many of us will be working still from the remote locations. So please, my sincere request, please use the technology properly so that quality is not compromised. Also, thanks to the Honorable President, Vice President, and the entire team at the national level, that through digital learning facilities at ICI, many of us have passed and also acquired, the additional qualifications into newer areas of practice like forensic, GST, Indias, IBC, valuation, and list is on. So I'm quite sure this is going to benefit all of us in terms of the new opportunities that may come to our in our life, professional life. Friends, as we are having the presence of the Vice President and Honorable President, and follow them, Honorable Minister is also going to join us. I'm not going to take much of time, but since this is the major program of the year 2022 of the WIRC, I must compliment this entire team of WIRC and the able chairmanship of Lalit Bhai for doing wonderful work. And also I'm quite hopeful that 2021, very soon after 4-5 days when we will be entering into 2021, it will be back to our normal. And that particular time also, with the support of the membership and the student, the ICI is in a better position to face those opportunities in times to come. With this, once again, special thanks to our dear friend and the president of the ICI, Atul Bhai, who has been working. I know Atul Bhai for last 7-8 years now. We are working very closely, and even though this particular time was challenging time, but he, along with the Nihar Bhai, Vice President of the ICI, they took this challenge on their shoulder and ensured that not only at the national level but also at the international level. Friends, if you are seeing the journey last few months, you have been seeing every day ICI is doing something at the international level also. So mark off and be proud of the brand ambassador of our profession is not only in India but now also globally. So it is really pleasure to have our Honorable President also to share his wisdom with us. Thank you so much, Manish Bhai. You and Priti, it deserves a lot of compliments for arranging this particular program. Once again, Chairman, through you, to your entire team, Many congratulations for 2020 and look forward for 2021. Thank you so much for inviting me here. So normally, once you become the past president, you are invited for some other ceremonial work. But this is I belong to Western India Regional, and it has been thanks to all of you for inviting me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prafulla bhai, for sharing your thought and your wisdom. And really, you said very correctly that nowadays we have to adopt a new technology, that is work from home, and it is very useful for all of us. And our other dignitaries who have joined us, I also recognize their presence. CA Nilesh Vikamse sir, past president at ICAI. Yogesh Kabra sir has also joined us. Nitesh Komal, Yashwant Prasad, and Preeti madam is also here now, vice chairperson of PD committee. So thank you, Prafulla bhai, for your kind words. Now I request CA Vishal Doshi, vice chairman of WIRC, to kindly introduce our president and vice president, sir. Over to you, Vishal bhai.
Thank you, Manish bhai. Good evening, dignitaries on screen and off screen, seniors and friends. It is a privilege to introduce our President Sir and Vice President Sir. CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji, President of our institute, is a man of refined thought process, quick understanding and sharp vision. He is the President of our institute after having served the profession for more than 2 decades. We have seen him leading our institute by example with his hard work, exceptional organizational networking and administrative skills, even in the most unexpected environment. He has worked for the cause of our profession through various committees of the institute, serving as chairman of the Digital Accounting and Assurance Board, the Board of Studies, IT Committee, and Indirect Tax Committee, amongst others. President Sir is known and appreciated widely for his key contribution to the ICAI as facilitator of the goods and services tax regime, particularly in its formative years. President Sir has many endeavors to his credit. Other than his GST contribution, under his leadership, the new scheme of education and training was benchmarked with the revised international education standards and was launched in 2017 with thorough revision of the content of the study materials of IPC and final level courses. Last but not the least, he has led from the front in conducting the ICAI examinations recently in the challenging and most demanding circumstances. With these words, I welcome our President of the ICAI, CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji.
Vishal bhai, before you introduce Honorable Vice President, let me also share one important thing. Friends, as we know, in India, we are having the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and at international level, we have the IFAC, which is the International Federation of Accountants. And after many years, the ICAI has got that honor that our own member is now the board member of the IFAC, which is the apex body of the entire profession worldwide, and that honor has come to our dear friend Atul bhai, who is the president, and he is the now board member of the IFAC as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Prafulla bhai. I would now introduce our Vice President, CA Nihar Jambusaria, who is from the Western region, our own region. He is a seasoned professional with strong organizational skills, and he is currently associated in industry. An astute leader, he has been serving as Central Council member since 2013, after leading the WIRC of ICAI as chairman in 2004-2005. A combination of excellent organizational skills with tremendous capacity for work has seen Nihar represent ICAI in many important committees constituted by the government ministries and regulators. He has been nominated as a member of the e-commerce committee formed by the Ministry of Finance and peer review committee of the Central Board of Direct Taxes. Nihar, a firm believer in knowledge sharing, has addressed more than 900 national and international seminars and conferences so far. He brings his strength to take our institute and the profession to a higher plane of excellence. With these words, I welcome our Vice President of ICAI, CA Nihar Jambusaria. Welcome.
Again, friends, Nihar has also been nominated in one of the FX committee, which is the members in industry committee. And again, since also he is representing industry at the global level, also he will represent the voice of the industry, and also now being the vice president, he will also voice that ICI views internet.
Thank you, sir.
Nearby, you have to unmute yourself. Nearby.
नहीं बाद में बोलने अभी चालू हो गया.
Yeah. Thank you, Vishal, and thank you, Prafulla. Honorable Chief Guest of today's regional conference, Honorable Minister for MSME and Road Transport, Nitin Gadkari, who will be joining in some time, Honorable President ICAI and IFEC Board Member, C. Atul, Honorable immediate past President, C. Prafulla, who has also been nominated in one of the committees of IFEC, which he did not tell, but then let me say that for the benefit of all of us, and who has been a friend, philosopher, and guide in the council after even demitting office as president. The chairman WIRC, dynamic leader, C. Lalit, the chairman of PDC committee, who is a person behind chairman and vice chairperson, who are the persons behind this regional conference, the vice chairman, secretary, treasurer of WIRC, C. A. Vishal, and all the other regional council members who are present here, and dear members. Let me at the outset compliment the Regional Council for organizing this 36th Regional Conference with a very apt motto, evolve, rise and perform. Friends, we have seen that after COVID, since March, not only our country, not only our profession, but the entire world is evolving. Probably year after year, we were holding a number of CPA programs. 35 regional conferences have so far been organized, and they were organized in a unique way. But after COVID, probably the situation has changed so much that although on virtual mode, we are required to have a title like evolve. The profession did evolve over 72 years. But in the last 1 year, when the entire world changed and had to change, the profession has to re-evolve. We all have to change, and sufficient, adequate focus has to be given to technology. It is this technology which is making us attend a regional conference with 2,000 plus attendance. Whereas in physical conferences, we were not able to accommodate more than 1,000. Of course, physical conferences have a unique networking advantage, and in future, going forward, probably all conferences during the year may be a mixed match of virtual and physical. All those who want to attend on virtual mode can have benefit of such conferences, and those who are able to attend physically can have the benefit of personally networking with each other. So after COVID, probably this is the biggest opportunity that we have got. Although deadly pandemic, which cost us so many human lives, it has posed so many challenges, and it has woke up all of us. Although we were adopting technology, last year itself, Digital Learning Hub was set up. Last year itself, SSP started operating. But during COVID period, under the leadership of current president, all these initiatives were to be put on fast track. And we have done well to put them on fast track and show to the world that even virtually we can perform as efficiently as we can perform physically. I'm sure this conference will draw attention of all the members to the emerging challenges, the opportunities that it offers. I've looked at the entire structure of the conference. You have done well to incorporate subjects which are so relevant. Even the speakers are excellent. And I'm sure that at the end of this conference, members will find that this conference retains its unique advantage that it has. We have attended number of CPE webinars, but this conference is going to be unique. And I once again congratulate WIRC for doing this for the benefit of members of the profession. Thank you so much for inviting me. Back to you.
Thank you, Nihar bhai, for guiding us and showing us the way during a pandemic, what was happened and how we have evolved. So thank you very much for your kind words. So now I request, before requesting our President Atul Gupta sir, we have with us C.A. Durgesh Chabra sir. So request him to speak for 2 minutes.
Respected Honorable Nitin Gadkari ji, President of the Institute, Sri Atul Gupta ji, immediate past President Prafulla Chhajed ji, Vice President of the Institute, Nihar Jambusaria ji, Chairman Lalit Bajaj ji, and all other office bearers of the Western India Regional Council. It's a really proud moment for the Western India Regional Council as well as for me for having this wonderful regional conference on virtual mode, combining two platforms, WebEx as well as the GoToWebinar, and making the arrangements for the benefit of all the members of the WIRC. I think the various topics which is going to be deliberated today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow in various sessions, including panel discussions, are wonderfully designed. The best of the faculties and speakers and leaders of the professions have been invited, who will be guiding the members at large who are part of this. With this, I once again thanks to the chairman of the WIRC, Lalit Bajaj, for inviting us to this wonderful virtual conference. This is one of the largest in the number at the WIRC, I believe, where the participants are more. Normally, in the physical way, we have around 1,200 or so, 1,300, but here more than 3,000 or 2,500 plus, I think, I believe. It's wonderfully organized. Thank you, and wish everybody a very happy landing during this conference. Thank you all.
Thank you, Durgesh sir. Now it's time for us to listen to our young and dynamic leader and the vibrant torchbearer, President C.A. Atul Gupta sir. I request him, sir, to share your thoughts, and you have really taken up a very, very, very good initiative during this pandemic, that digital hub and all other things. So request Atul Gupta sir to kindly share his views and vision.
President sir, if I can request you, of course we all are eager to listen to you, so maybe you can start, but very soon Honorable Minister will also join us, so you can reserve certain thoughts which you feel that you can speak before in front of the Minister in terms of the positioning of ICI vis-a-vis the global, vis-a-vis the government initiatives. So maybe you can guide all of us in terms of what we should be doing, what is the vision, what is the future, and all those things. And but please keep some time so that once Minister joins, that time also please, will be more than happy to have you representing all of us in front of the Minister. Thank you.
Thank you, immediate past President Prafulla sir, my guide, my friend, my philosopher, my elder brother, under whom I undergone with the training as a Vice President ICI, and all the learnings that how we can contribute in the profession, not only nationally but also at the international arena. very respected Vice President ICAI, CA Nihar Jambusaria ji, our Chairman of the Regional Council, CA Lalit Bajaj ji and his entire team, the galaxy of the former chairperson of the WIRC, our very respected CA SR Gedia ji, the Central Council member CA Durgesh Kabra ji, and all the distinguished viewers. At the outset, I convey my sincere thanks to the and congratulations to Lalit Bajaj ji, the Chairman WIRC, for holding this 35th regional conference of the Western India Regional Council, and giving me this opportunity to come and share some of my thoughts. As being rightly pointed out by the Honorable immediate past President, sir, that I will be sharing my thoughts in the two branches. That initially I will be speaking that how our professional colleagues need to reskill themselves, but what will be the time requirement of the times to come, and then the various initiatives taken by the ICAI at the national and the international level. Friends, when we talk about the profession, everybody is aware that the profession, which started way back in 1949 with only few hundred members and students, today you are aware that the profession has global reach. We have the national presence at the national level, and the professional colleagues are always being known for their expertise, their specialized skill sets, may it be the accounting, auditing, or even the taxation matters. But also with the passage of time, they have become the from ASP to the BSP. That is, they have become from a assurance service provider to a complete business solution provider. Now, when I'm saying that they have become the business solution provider, I will say that there will be always a challenge for the profession as well. Why I'm saying so? Because our profession always evolves towards the economic development. So whenever there will be one or the other economic development, it will be a necessity for our profession to adapt ourselves to remain relevant in the value system. And what I can see in the next few years, that there will be the three very, very important challenges which will be there before the profession, and the profession again need to adapt to that particular changes. The first one is that gradually you will witness that we are moving towards a real global village. So earlier days, when we were saying a global village, we were looking that there will be the subsumation of the various activities at the global level. But at least I will say on the law part, the legal part, the various law which are applicable in one or the other jurisdiction, you will agree with me that gradually they are getting subsumed. So today, when you are complying with the GST, it is applicable in the 164 plus countries. The IFRS, the international taxation, valuation, risk management, insolvency, they all are become the global topics for the day today. And now it is very important to understand that with the passage of time, I'm aware for the assurance services that there is a privilege which is available to our members, but at least for the non-assurance services in the technology era, there will be a cutthroat competition in the times to come. So it is better that not only we reskill ourselves for the requirement with the passage of time, but also adapt the technology so that we can also venture out and open our global footprints at the different jurisdiction. So one thing which is very, very important for all of us, that we have to converge with the laws which are having the global jurisdiction. And that is something I used to say, that we need to reskill our skill sets to remain relevant with the value in the value system. The second one, you will agree with me that even our Honorable CA Shri SR Gedia ji, who is in the from the Punjab and Sindh Bank, is there, and he will agree with me that the businessman is always looking for a wealth maximization. And for the wealth maximization, he will always look for the two important aspects. One is the optimization of the cost, and the another one is the innovative way of doing business to improve the effectiveness of the operations. And now for that, you will see that you can witness that when each one of us qualify the CA examination, we were handling the financial statement which were carrying the 99% the tangible assets. But today it is a vice versa, that the balance sheets are carrying the 90% the intangibles, meaning thereby there is a part of the valuation and so on. So earlier days, we were handling the journal entries related to the share application money and the share premium account and the reserve and surplus account. But today the situation is different, that we have to handle the strategic funding and then we have to do the assurance on this such kind of a valuation. So that required again adaptation at the professional level, that we need to reskill ourselves with the changing requirement. The third and the last one, which is again very, very important for all of us to understand, is something that I used to say, the digital disruption, that gradually and gradually with the passage of time, our routine jobs, repetitive jobs, as rightly given by the World Economic Forum also, and recent survey also, that they mentioned that there will be the loss of more than 75 million jobs, which includes the jobs related to the accounting, bookkeeping, payroll management, and routine jobs, repetitive jobs. And then they look forward that there will be the emergence of the new jobs, which includes the data analytics. So what I'm trying to convey you, that our routine jobs, our repetitive jobs, gradually and gradually, with the advent of the technology, may it be the artificial intelligence, may it be the robotic process automation, may it be the blockchain technology, may it be something else, that will take over by the system itself, and our job will remain to be the jobs which are required the more wisdom, more analytics, more skepticism. So what we have to do, that we need to master those skills which support us in doing that particular job, that require the wisdom, that require the skepticism, that require the data analytics. So we used to speak about the ABCD, that is artificial intelligence, blockchain, cyber security, and data analytics. So something we need to master on the C and D part, because the A and B part will take over our routine and the repetitive jobs. So what I'm trying to convey you in my first tranche of my discussion, that the professionals need to understand, visualize that 10 years down the line, what will be the situation, how the technology will behave, how the international jurisdiction, the laws getting the delimitation of jurisdiction will happen, how the innovative steps will be taken by the industry and the business, and then whether we are equipping ourselves. So not only the ICI, the branches, the regional council, but each of the member need to understand this aspect and then has to reskill their skill sets so that they can remain relevant in the value system. So this is the one important aspect which I used to speak, and I'm just sharing as a matter of concern from my side to the members at large, that they need to see this particular aspect, which is not the reality is not far away. So they have to see all these things, that okay, how they will be able to handle that kind of a situation. I just wish to share with you that there are the number of initiatives taken by the ICI in this particular direction as well. For example, that very soon, not only we launched a concept called digital competency maturity model, which talks about that whether a firm A or whether a firm B is having that kind of a maturity in the digital maturity, and how you will be able to assess. So what kind of a digital maturity I should have to handle this situation, and whether I have achieved that. So a self-evaluation tool is being developed by the ICAI and made available to the members at large. But I am aware that the members may not be able to use that tool so much in the first version of the same. So what we now doing, that we have now launched a second version with a guide as well. So what you can do, that you can use that guide, you can understand that how I will be able to use this particular aspect, and then you can do a self-evaluation on the online mode. So now we have the Honorable Minister Sir with us. So I was just concluding in a few minutes so that we can request the Honorable Minister Sir to guide all of us. At the outset, I convey my sincere thanks to the Honorable Minister MSME and the Transport Shri Nitin Gadkari ji for gracing the occasion, and as the chief guest of this 35th regional conference of the ICI. So sir, myself, C. Atul Gupta, was just sharing some thoughts about the profession, and here I would like to take this opportunity to share with you that sir, the institute which established way back in 1949, set up under the Act of Parliament. Sir, you recently graced the another occasion of a webinar, especially being organized by the ICI, and we shared you that with the profession, which started only with a few hundred members and the students. Today, I am happy to intimate you that the profession today have more than 3,90,000 members and more than 7 lakh students as a family of this esteemed profession. Sir, the total members out of 3,90,000, more than 40,000 members who are now having the presence in the global jurisdiction. The ICI, which started from one location, is now available in the recognized in the more than 43 countries of the world, and our members are there in the more than 100 countries. Sir, as a catalyst for socio-economic reforms, we have recently initiated number of reforms, a number of initiatives. For example, sir, giving the discounts, the fees subsidy of around 75% fees discount to the student of the Northeast, Jammu and Kashmir, and the other hilly states, apart from the special corpus of 100 crore rupees as a scholarship for the needy and the meritorious students. Sir, as we are aware that we are all witnessing the COVID situation, and that there is an entire global community which is facing this pandemic. But being a chartered accountant, I used to call them as a one of the Corona warrior. That we took number of initiatives to see that how we can support the overall economic system, because we are being known as the partner in nation building. I just wish to highlight the 2-3 initiatives which we have taken in this COVID situation. The first one, sir, that is being a contribution that the entire professional fraternity not only contributed in kinds at the various location of the 165 location of the country where we have the branches, but also we contributed 21 crore rupees to the PM Care Fund. But also we have launched the 3 very, very important initiatives in the MSME sector as well. The first one, sir, that how the MSME units has to reboot. So we developed a checklist which is we have provided not only to our professional colleagues but also to the office of the Honorable Minister, sir, that by using this checklist, every unit can review what kind of action they should take. For example, the working capital management, in case some line of production is not working well, so how to manage the economic order quantity, when to order. So all these kind of a guidance we have developed so that our MSME unit can see to reboot themselves. Apart from that, sir, there are the 2 new initiatives which we have recently started, and we wish that under your pious hand maybe launched in the next few days. One is the, sir, MSME Mentorship program. And this program is recently approved by the council, wherein we have decided that we will request our members to adopt at least 1 lakh units as a mentor on a pro bono basis. So they will visit the MSME units and will see that what kind of a problem they are facing, may it be the working capital problem, how to make them the net exporters, and how that the units can face the various challenges. So it will be a pro bono mentorship program by the chartered accountants. The last one, sir, the facilitation center. Sir, we have the 165 branches. In the first week of January, we wish to open the one help desk at each of the branch of the ICI, which not only will tell the visitors on the various tax aspect, but also on the various MSME schemes of the government, how they can reboot themselves, what kind of challenges they are facing, so how to support them. And again, it will be a pro bono basis. It will any MSME or a rural entrepreneur can visit to these facilitation center help desk at our branches and can take the benefit of these particular initiation taken by the ICI. Sir, I will not take much of your time because we are all here to eagerly waiting to hear the wisdom on the Honorable Minister, sir. So with these words, I once again thank you, sir, for being the chief guest of this program and gracing the occasion. ICI as being, you yourself mentioned at number of times that the partner of the economic development of the country is always there to work under your guidance and shoulder to shoulder with the ministry of this MSME ministry and other initiative of the government. These words, once again, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, President, sir, for guiding